Welcome into Jags A.M. this Thursday. I'm Kainani Stevens. Brian Sexton and John Ogier are with me. Happy Halloween. We are getting ready to take on the Philadelphia Eagles this Sunday as the Jaguars head up to Philly this weekend. Let's start with our big things. Walk the walk is big thing number one. Cam Robinson's trade to Minnesota becoming official yesterday afternoon. That means it's Walker Little's position to take over at left tackle. Trevor Lawrence says he's confident in Walker Little's play.
I will say Walker's done a great job. I'm excited for this opportunity for him. He's played great when he's had the opportunities the last few years. He's been put in some tough spots. He's had to play a lot of different positions. He's had to come in 22 when Cam got hurt. He had to come in and finish the season when we were on that run, and we didn't skip a beat because he was prepared, and he prepared every day like a starter. And so he's been ready for his opportunities, and that's not easy to do when you're not the full-time guy. And now that he's getting that opportunity, I'm excited for him. So I think it's like there's always two sides to it, and it's tough. And but obviously, like Walker, like I said, he's more than ready, and he's done a great job, and I'm excited for him. I've got all the faith in the world, and he's played great so far.
Brian, Walker Little is going to be the starting left tackle for the rest of this season. What do we need to see from him to know whether he'll be here long-term after that?
Well, you need to see the guy who's played the last couple of weeks. I mean, he got started a little slow last week against the Packers, but since he went into the lineup, he's played really well. And in 2022, as you just heard Trevor refer to, when Cam went down with the injury, he stepped right in and helped lead them to the playoffs. So he's a gifted left tackle. He's a big guy. He's great in terms of his athleticism. You got to see that. They would love to be able to go forward with him as their left tackle. He's got 9 games to prove it, John. Had a pretty big smile on his face yesterday. I think he understands the opportunity that's in front of him.
Yeah, this could get really fascinating. He's got 9 games. He's played 18 already. So if he stays healthy through the season, he's got 27 games as his NFL resume. You know, at the end of the season, maybe a franchise tag. I don't throw that out there because that's way premature. But you've got to know what he is. Does he play well enough to earn that? If he plays really well, does he play well enough to earn big left tackle money? Can he show enough consistency for that? There's a lot of questions. But if you're Walker Little, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. I mean, you can either show or not show, make a lot of money, or be on the bench somewhere next year. I mean, and I don't think the latter will happen, but it's a major audition for him, no matter where he plays next year.
Huge opportunity for Walker Little, another opportunity for a lot of other players because next man up, that's our next big thing. Because of the injury suffered in the game against the Packers, it's going to be an opportunity game for a lot of different players who may not have seen a ton of playing time before. Doug Peterson says the team is prepared for that.
Next man up. I mean, honestly, it's easy as that. You know, I mean, you know, the games are still going to come. League's still going to, continue on, and we're going to continue on. And we got to coach. That's why we develop guys in the off season, for opportunities like this, right? So whether it's a young player, a rookie, or a vet, I mean, or a practice squad elevation, we're going to continue to coach everybody and get them prepared for each week.
John, we talked a little bit about seeing Parker Washington in place for Christian Kirk, but after the injury report came out yesterday, there's some injuries on the offensive line as well, so we might see some other players getting a chance to step up in this next game.
Yeah, the guard situation is a little concerning because you have both guys not practicing, Sheriff and Ezra Cleveland. Sheriff's history around here is he's been able to not practice and play, so you would think based on what happened at the end of the game, Brian, that you would have Cooper Hodges starting for Cleveland and Sheriff in there. And, I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but when you spend all week talking about next man up and there's this many injuries on the injury report, boy, do you need a lot of big performances from a lot of guys that you haven't seen before to play well in a really tough environment. This is a tough matchup. I hope the young guys can do it, I guess is what I'm getting at, because there's a lot of need from young guys who haven't done it before.
Well, and they're playing inside against massive Jordan Davis and then Jalen Carter, who are 2 excellent defensive tackles. I want to go back to the receivers, though. The next man up, the guy who needs to step up this week is not a Tim Jones player, right? Or someone they elevate from the practice squad, it's Gabe Davis. They gave him a big contract, almost $14 million this year, and they haven't been paid back for it. This is the opportunity. With Christian gone for the rest of the season, they need a veteran guy. I mean, we can talk about Parker Washington. Man, I have confidence in him based on what I've seen from him so far this year. And obviously, BTJ is a guy who can make big plays, but you're talking about a rookie and a second-year player who hasn't been a receiver that much. The guy who has to step up, it's Gabe Davis. This is your time.
Yeah, and amazingly, he can now go from a guy who, a lot of high hopes at the beginning, it's sort of dwindled down to where a lot of observers don't have much hope at all. So he can almost be a surprise when he shouldn't have been a surprise, if that makes sense. So he's got an opportunity to really, resurrect this season and frankly prove a lot of people wrong.
Lots of opportunities. Let's do our final big thing, which is bounce back. We have to look ahead to this game against the Eagles, which is a team that's really coming together right now. They've won 3 straight games after going 2-2 to start the year, but heading back to last year, they had a really bad finish similar to what the Jaguars had, but this year they've been able to kind of resurrect and bounce back. What have you seen, Brian, when you look at this team, where they are right now and how they've been able to get to 5-2?
Well, they run the ball like the Baltimore Ravens, who are the standard bearer in professional football. They went and plucked Saquon Barkley away, and the minute they did that, I went, there they go. I mean, they have a good offensive line. It's not the same offensive line that was so powerful for so many years. There are changes there, a couple of different starters. But when you've got a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, who's got the ability to run, along with Saquon Barkley, well, John, I mean, Barkley's averaging 5.9 rushing yards per attempt, and the Eagles are averaging 166 rushing yards per game. You want to know how they bounce back? That rushing attack takes all the pressure off of the passing attack, and they can still send the ball down the field, obviously. They've got excellent receivers, and then that helps the defense.
Yeah, they did an amazing, rare thing that I think you can probably only do at the running back position in this day and age. They added a Hall of Fame player in his prime to an already good team via free agency. Most free agent positions, teams don't give up on guys. Teams are willing to give up on running backs a little quicker, and the Giants gave up on Barkley, and the Eagles are bearing the fruit of that. Interestingly, and probably frustratingly to Jaguars fans, the Eagles are doing exactly what the Jaguars wanted to do, meaning they made some additions in the offseason to a team that they thought was good but struggled at the end. Mm-hmm. They fixed a lot of stuff. They sort of meandered a little bit at the beginning of the season, and now these pieces are coming together and they look ascending. This is what the Jaguars wanted to be right now, and unfortunately they're not.
Stay with us here on Jags A.M. Coming up after the break, we'll talk more about the Eagles and that matchup coming on Sunday.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and we have some great news. Fields has the vehicle you want, in stock, priced right, and ready for delivery.
Fields Auto Group is Jacksonville's luxury automotive destination for Cadillac, Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. Inventory is back and available for immediate delivery.
And every Fields customer can take advantage of our Fields Amenities program with complimentary loaners, car washes, and our cafes. You deserve the best.
Stop by today or go to fieldsauto.com.
Calling all junior fire chiefs. Parents, register for your child to win the ultimate Jaguars game day experience. Sponsored by Firehouse Subs, cheering on the Jags from the Firehouse Subs fire truck at Everbank Stadium, flashing the fire truck lights when the Jags score. As honorary junior fire chief of the game, your child will receive a Firehouse Subs gift, and the whole family will receive 4 tickets and a parking pass to a home game this season. Visit Jaguars.com/sweepstakes to enter to win today. See website for terms and conditions.
Sudeth is on the 20, the 10. Yes, another successful move to a new home. I tell you, folks, I've never seen a team more prepared than the Sudeth crew. With a dominating lead in training, trust, and efficiency, it's no wonder why Sudeth is the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the past 100 years, Sudeth has provided local, long-distance, and international moving services in Jags. While the Jags are moving the chains on game day, Sudeth is helping you on moving day. Visit Sudeth.com/Jags for a guaranteed quote.
Chelsea here. Another month and another high utility bill. Those old windows and doors might be the culprit, letting valuable energy escape. At Renewal by Andersen, our energy-efficient windows and doors have the latest advanced technology, keeping your home comfortable all year round. Renewal by Andersen has a limited-time offer. Buy 4 windows and/or patio doors and get the 5th one free. Plus, enjoy 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Some restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for all the details. License number CGC 1527613.
Calling all loyal Jags fans and loyal Gate customers, football is back. And you and 3 friends could win a chance to meet Trevor Lawrence. Entering is easy. Just buy any 5 28-ounce Gatorade or Gatorade Zero products at Gate with your MyGate Rewards app, and you'll be automatically entered. Not a MyGate Rewards member? Download the app and sign up today. See store for details. Alternate entry available at GatoradePromos.com/TLAW.
Navigating the current housing market and figuring out your best move when it comes to a mortgage isn't your full-time job, but it's one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. That's where the experts at Jet Home Loans get into the game and coach you to your ultimate goal of getting not just the right loan, but the perfect loan for you, the home of your dreams. Jet Home Loans works with you all the way, from application to closing, making sure your game plan is perfect. Make the call to Jet Home Loans and let their team join your team to make your dreams take flight. Visit jethl.com.
Welcome back to Jags A.M. presented by Fields Auto Group, Jacksonville's premier luxury auto group. You can head over to fieldsauto.com. Welcome back into Jags A.M. We are heading to Philadelphia this weekend. It is not going to be an easy matchup by any stretch of the imagination. I think you guys both remember that game in Philly a couple years ago in the pouring rain. So it doesn't look like rain in the forecast, so that alone is probably better off. But this team right now is pretty impressive. They've strung together 3 wins in a row. We know what they're capable of. And obviously, Doug Peterson, familiar with that team. He talked a little bit yesterday about Jalen Hurts and the progression he's seen from him in the last couple of years.
The challenge, obviously, is his, the ability to create plays. The ones that aren't there, and he makes them. He's really good outside the pocket. He's tough to bring down. He's strong, powerful. And he's improved so much in the passing game too. And he's obviously got some weapons around him. And it just, again, another player that is playing with confidence. Again, they're kind of catching their stride from early in the season, when they had a couple losses there, but he makes it go, offensively.
Brian, you talked a little bit about the running game, but half of the running game is Jalen Hurts, and then finding those receivers when people think he's going to run. It's when he is on, and it's impressive.
I got to imagine that the weight room show that Hurts and Barkley put on is impressive, because each one of these guys squats something over 600 pounds. So when you hear the Jaguars defenders talk about not arm tackling, you're not going to arm tackle these guys. You got to wrap up and you got to get your leg strength into it. Here's the thing I really am concerned about this week is the Jaguars struggled to tackle Josh Jacobs, who's a good player, but he's not Saquon Barkley. This week is a completely different challenge.
Yeah, I fear a lot for the Jaguars this week. And I'm not trying to be facetious, but it feels like they match up not great against some of the Eagles' strengths, meaning this team struggled to stop the run, struggled on the interior, meaning the Jaguars. Mm-hmm. If they get their tackling plan, like if they tackle better than they did last week, you can alleviate a lot of that. But the Eagles have an identity. They know how they want to play. They play to it. Once they get it going and they get into play action and start testing this secondary, stopping the run and stopping the deep pass, they've got to do much better, period, over the course of the season, the Jaguars do. Mm-hmm. They really have to get a lot better this weekend, or this could turn ugly in a hurry.
I'm totally focused on stopping the run. I mean, if you can't stop the run, you're not gonna make them throw the ball. I mean, they will some.
But the Jags have had, against the teams that really wanted to do that. The Bears, for example, there's been games where you just felt like they're not going to get they have to get it done this week.
And the Jaguars in the inside of that defensive front have not been good. I mean, Devon Hamilton is a guy that they have had a lot of high hopes for, and he had a terrific training camp, and we haven't seen that guy. You've got Mason Smith, who has not been active, and Jordan Jefferson, the rookie. Roy's gone. Eric Armstead has played limited inside. They have got to be better between the tackles. And I don't know how they get there.
When we flip to the other side of the ball, Trevor Lawrence talked a little bit about what the challenges the Eagles defense presents.
Well-coached defense. They know what to do. Everything looks the same, really good disguises. It all comes out of this shell. Then at the snap, it changes, and they do a good job of disguising some pressures. They mix the fronts up. It's not a group that pressures a ton necessarily. They just seems like they do it at the right time. They're on the same page. They really stress your protections when they do. They like to get one-on-ones up front. This D-line is a really good group, so they play to their strengths. And then the guys in the back end, they fly around. These backers are really physical, very physical. And then the back end is smart, and they got good ball skills, and they're all playing together. So I think you see their defense every week. You watch the season, they've gotten better and better every week.
John, we've seen the slow starts from the offense this year. What is it going to take to get things going early in Philly?
Play better early.
I know.
Look, the Eagles' defense is not on paper their strength. The way they built this defense this year the hope was to have it improve as the season went on and then complement a really good offense once they got to the postseason. They have young cornerbacks. You're supposed to be able to take advantage of young cornerbacks, but they're good. They don't have a lot of takeaways. My concern with this is it's a Vic Fangio defense. Mm-hmm. Vic's defenses at some point start taking the ball away because they confuse you. What I don't want to see happen and what the Jaguars need to avoid is sort of getting manhandled in the first half by a strong Eagles running game and then playing uphill in the second half into it's going to be a 4 o'clock game. It's going to get dark, Brian. It's going to get, it's going to feel windy and cold, and then you're throwing into a confusing defense that hasn't had a lot of takeaway. You don't want to see takeover central. That's a scenario that could play out. It's what the Jaguars have to guard against, and that's what I worry about the most on Sunday.
You better be able to run the ball to some degree. Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, both Georgia Bulldogs, are outstanding inside. They win their matchups. You're going to have to find you've got to be able to make them guess to some degree. Otherwise, and now listen, Darius Slay has been injured. They have some young players, Quinnen Williams, the kid from Toledo, and the safety from Iowa are both young players. So if you can keep them off balance, maybe you can find some room in that secondary. But to me, this is all about up front on both sides of the ball. Your interior three have got to find a way to create a gap so that Travis or Tank can find some room.
All right, stay with us here on Jags A.M. Coming up after the break, we will give you what we think the headlines are going to be on Monday morning.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and we have some great news. Fields has the vehicle you want, in stock, priced right, and ready for delivery.
Fields Auto Group is Jacksonville's luxury automotive destination for Cadillac, Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. Inventory is back and available for immediate delivery.
And every Fields customer can take advantage of our Fields Amenities program with complimentary loaners, car washes, and our cafes. You deserve the best.
Stop by today or go to fieldsauto.com.
Calling all junior fire chiefs. Parents, register for your child to win the ultimate Jaguars game day experience. Sponsored by Firehouse Subs, cheering on the Jags from the Firehouse Subs fire truck at Everbank Stadium, flashing the fire truck lights when the Jags score. As honorary junior fire chief of the game, your child will receive a Firehouse Subs gift, and the whole family will receive 4 tickets and a parking pass to a home game this season. Visit Jaguars.com/sweepstakes to enter to win today. See website for terms and conditions.
The power of a great team starts with the right equipment, specialized skills, and the training to win. That's why ASAP Dental Care and the Jaguars have the home team advantage. At ASAP Dental Care, we follow our playbook to perfection to exceed your expectations. Count on us to be there for you 7 days a week to deliver full-service dental care. Score a winning smile with ASAP Dental Care today.
Want to cruise down an open road in high-performance style? Visit JacksCorvetteGiveaway.com for a chance to win the ride of your dreams. A brand new 2024 Corvette Stingray Coupe. With its sleek design and cutting-edge technology, this vehicle is built for speed and luxury. So what are you waiting for? Enter to win at JacksCorvetteGiveaway.com today. No purchase necessary. Open only to legal residents of the states of Georgia and Florida. 18 years of age and older. Some restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. Ends 11/15/24. For entry information and official rules, visit gotoeventlink.com/rules.
Sudeth is on the 20, the 10. Yes, another successful move to a new home. I tell you, folks, I've never seen a team more prepared than the Sudeth crew. With a dominating lead in training, trust, and efficiency, it's no wonder why Sudeth is the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. For the past 100 years, Sudeth has provided local, long-distance, and international moving services in Jags. While the Jags are moving the chains on game day, Sudeth is helping you on moving day. Visit Sudeth.com/Jags for a guaranteed quote.
We need to define a great deal in today's new home market because the so-called great deals that you find on every corner just aren't the same as the incredible opportunities you'll find with a new Dreamfinders home. How about 2.99% in year one in one of Dreamfinders' 15 communities across North Florida? Now that's a great deal. 2.99% interest rate in year one and a beautiful new Dreamfinders home. Visit DFHSalesEvent.com for our largest savings of the year on move-in ready homes. That's DFHSalesEvent.com.
Sudeth is Florida's trusted and reliable moving company. Sudeth, proud to be the official moving company of the Jacksonville Jaguars. To get a guaranteed quote, you can visit Sudeth.com/Jags. We are going to do our best at predicting the future as to what the headlines are going to be on Monday. And I don't know if we want to be predicting this week because I feel like we might all be on a similar plane. John, what did you pick for your prediction?
I'll preface this by saying I loved the heart this team showed last week. I loved the fight. What I worry about is there enough personnel going forward, or like on the offensive line, at receiver, to keep that up? So my headline, I don't know if there's a graphic.
Just too much, I believe.
Just too much. And
that's mine.
That's Brian's. But anyway, just too much. I think the Jaguars will fight. But as we talked about a little bit in the show, this is not trying to be pessimistic. It's trying to be realistic. The Eagles match up physically in spots where the Jaguars haven't played that well yet this year. So I kind of worry that the Eagles will have just too much up there, and that the situation even, it's a hard place to play. It gets dark at noon. I think they're already going into daylight savings time.
Yeah, so it'll be spooky.
It will be dark at 1 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like it's going to be one of those days, and who knows? If the Jaguars play like they did on Sunday with that kind of fight, they could pull the upset. But it would be an upset.
All right, Brian, we got a little preview of yours.
Throw it up. In the spirit of Halloween, I'm not a horror movie guy, but I did like the classic Alfred Hitchcock thriller, The Birds, this week. And you can see there are birds everywhere. And it's kind of like John said, their strengths play right now to weak spots for the Jaguars. And it just seems like, just like that, there's just going to be too many things for the Jaguars to contend with on Sunday. I don't predict scores, but it just seems like they can throw the ball deep. Jaguars have struggled with that. They're running the ball powerful. The Jags struggled with that last week. Mm-hmm. It just seems to me like there's just going to be too many things that the Birds can do.
And the Eagles also believe in themselves right now, which means a lot in this league. And I think the Jaguars want to believe. I think if they can get some stuff going early, they might start believing. So maybe that'll be the tipping point. But it's hard to keep believing when you have the frustrations they've had so far this season, especially when you're up against what they're going to be up against Sunday.
Haven't gotten the results so far. I went with this hurts because I think it's going to be a Jalen day for sure. We talked a little bit about what he's been able to do in terms of evolution. Doug Peterson talked about how he's been throwing the ball better. He still runs the ball great, had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. And when we talk about, if you shut down the passing game, he'll run on you. And if you do the opposite, then he'll throw. So I think that could be problematic for this team, but I would love to be wrong, and I would love to rescind that headline on this Monday morning. But we will come back after the break, talk a little bit more about what's going on the rest of this week.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and we have some great news. Fields has the vehicle you want, in stock, priced right, and ready for delivery.
Fields Auto Group is Jacksonville's luxury automotive destination for Cadillac, Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. Inventory is back and available for immediate delivery.
And every Fields customer can take advantage of our Fields Amenities program with complimentary loaners, car washes, and our cafes. You deserve the best.
Stop by today or go to fieldsauto.com.
Navigating the current housing market and figuring out your best move when it comes to a mortgage isn't your full-time job, but it's one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. That's where the experts at Jet Home Loans get into the game and coach you to your ultimate goal of getting not just the right loan, but the perfect loan for you, the home of your dreams. Jet Home Loans works with you all the way, from application to closing, making sure your game plan is perfect. Make the call to Jet Home Loans and let their team join your team to make your dreams take flight. Visit jethl.com.
Calling all junior fire chiefs. Parents, register for your child to win the ultimate Jaguars game day experience. Sponsored by Firehouse Subs. Cheering on the Jags from the Firehouse Subs fire truck at Everbank Stadium, flashing the fire truck lights when the Jags score. As honorary junior fire chief of the game, your child will receive a Firehouse Subs gift, and the whole family will receive 4 tickets and a parking pass to a home game this season. Visit jaguars.com/sweepstakes to enter to win today. See website for terms and conditions.
The power of a great team starts with the right equipment, specialized skills, and the training to win. That's why ASAP Dental Care and the Jaguars have the home team advantage. At ASAP Dental Care, we follow our playbook to perfection to exceed your expectations. Count on us to be there for you 7 days a week to deliver full-service dental care. Score a winning smile with ASAP Dental Care today.
Chelsea here. Another month and another high utility bill. Those old windows and doors might be the culprit, letting valuable energy escape. At Renewal by Anderson, our energy-efficient windows and doors have the latest advanced technology, keeping your home comfortable all year round. Renewal by Anderson has a limited-time offer. Buy 4 windows and/or patio doors and get the 5th one free. Plus, enjoy 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months. Some restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for all the details. License number CGC 1527613.
Calling all loyal Jags fans and loyal Gate customers, football is back. And you and 3 friends could win a chance to meet Trevor Lawrence. Entering is easy. Just buy any 5 28-ounce Gatorade or Gatorade Zero products at Gate with your MyGate Rewards app, and you'll be automatically entered. Not a MyGate Rewards member? Download the app and sign up today. See store for details. Alternate entry available at GatoradePromos.com/TLAW.
Jags fans, if you want customized Jaguars furniture for your home, check out zipchair.com to browse all the customizable options. ZipChair is furniture made for fans. Welcome you back. A couple days away from game day in Philadelphia. We talked a lot about players that aren't going to be playing this week, but there are potentially a couple players that are coming back this week. Brian, maybe Dewey will be back?
Maybe, and that would certainly help. The guy that I would like to see back is Travis Etienne from the hamstring, because as we talked about the other day, the ability to throw the ball short and let him try to make a play is probably their best running game on Sunday against against the Eagles.
Yeah, you got to have that balance, and I think getting Travis back with Tank would be something that would help in this, the way they're going to play on Sunday. And I'd be surprised if Dewey's not back.
All right, just a reminder to all of Jags fans, it's not primetime matchup anymore. It's going to be at 4:05, so tune in for that one. And we will be back on Monday on Jags A.M. to recap everything from Sunday. Enjoy the game.